Hello, it's me, Sky, and welcome to this WIP N Chat. Oh my gosh, it has been such a long time since I did a WIP N Chat. I think this might be the first WIP N Chat I've done in my new house, and I've lived here for 6 months, 7 months? Maybe 7 months, and I haven't done a WIP N Chat. So I was setting everything up, and I really don't know how this looks. This is not how I would have set things up in the old house, and so I'm really sorry if the lighting is bad or the audio. The thing that I have set up to hold this camera is just ridiculous looking, but I think I'm going to be able to diamond paint. Hopefully so. I mean, if I can't, I'll stop the video and figure out a way that I can, because obviously that's kind of the whole point of the video, is that I'm going to diamond paint and chat with you guys. This kit, it's obviously upside down, but I have been loving this kit. I think I started this back in August. Sorry about Nugget's snoring. Of course, that's in the background of every video, but I'm just giving you some fair warning. But I think I started this kit in August, and yes, it has taken me until now to get to the final. This is the final row right down here, but I'm almost to the end of this row. Everything else is completed. I kind of hate that I can't, in a normal circumstance, I would be like, let me just show you the whole thing. But because of what I have rigged up here with this camera, I don't want to move it. I don't want to move it, and I don't think there's any way I could get all of this into one shot for you to be able to tell. But I'll show it to you once it's done. I'll show you the whole thing in a video. But this is Autumn Letter. It is from Diamond Art Club. The artist is Ivy Dollamore. If you have been around my channel for any length of time, you know that is that my favorite artist? Is Ivy Dollamore my favorite? Have we ever set that in stone? I don't know. And I don't know if I want to declare that, but definitely one of my favorites, probably in my top 5 favorite artists. And I bought this kit the day it released, and I started it not too long after that. Now, I don't really remember the exact date of release for this, but I did start it pretty quickly after, which is not like me at all. So that's just how much I love this kit. But I'm going to use some very non-aesthetic items to diamond paint. I am just not the person for matching pins and trays with every project. I'm not that worried about it. And so I have this adorable tray that I bought back in the spring to go with a very springy kit. It's a Bijou Bliss tray, I believe. And I have just a Diamond Art Club pin with glue dots in it. Nothing very aesthetically appealing, nothing I don't really do a lot of experimenting with the things that I use. I use the same things every time. I will experiment with putties in my multi-placer, but I haven't multi-placed, gosh, I bet since before the summer. I don't think I have attempted to multi-place anything. It's just so difficult for me. I don't know how you guys do it. It just makes me so stressed to see the slightest little bit of a drill just being off, set down a line of them, and then it's just a little bit crooked, and then everything else feels crooked, and I can't. I just like to place every single drill by itself. I like to single place. I do a lot of checkerboarding, which if we actually get to me doing something in this video, then you'll see me do that, because I did pick a section. I made sure that I finished this section yesterday because it had more confetti in it, because it had the top of her hair here, her bangs, and that had more confetti in it, and then just a little bit of the hat, and then this section is more of her hat, and I feel like there's gonna be a good bit of blocking in this, but I do still have like the tippy tip top of her ear and her hair right there. But let me go ahead and open this section up. And then I have just a little section right here that's not hat. It's like the background of the window that may have a little bit of confetti. And my table that I diamond paint on is so shaky, and so I don't know, the camera is mounted to the table, and so I don't know how much of the shaking you are experiencing because you are moving with the table, so I don't know how much of it is obvious on the camera, but if it's making you seasick, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what, well, I guess I could, in the future, if this is bothersome, I could possibly do a WIP N Chat on my dining room table. I just would have to be mindful of the time of day because the sun in there gets wild. Okay, so let me pick a color before I do anything else because I can't multitask, which is probably why I don't do a lot of WIP N Chats, because honestly, I'm gonna do a lot of chatting and not a lot of whipping because I just can't. I'm just not good at thinking on my feet or thinking while my hands are also working. Let's see. I think this might be a good color to start with. There are so many pretty browns. It's not focusing on that. There's so many pretty browns in this kit. I'll be glad to complete something, but I'll be so sad when this kit is done with because I have thoroughly enjoyed it. When I first started, and not this section with her face, but there's a section further that way with her hand. She's like writing a letter, and when I got to her hand, the colors on it, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this because it's very pink, it's very orangey, and I was like, I just don't think this is gonna look good, and I was wrong. As usual, whenever I have thoughts about the rendering, it all works perfectly with the color scheme and the colors for like the light that's coming in. That explains the color on the hand. It's the way the light's hitting it, not her actual skin tone being bright pink. So I think it looks amazing. And bear with me as I try to get used to diamond painting with this camera all in my face, because that is not normally what I would do. It's not optimal. I'm gonna have to perfect my WIP N Chat setup, but for now I've got a camera kind of having to dodge it to be able to see what I'm doing, so bear with me while I get used to it. Okay, so I've already placed a drill that I don't like. See, this is why I can't multi-place, is because even when I single place, I'm sitting here adjusting. I think I'm just too much of a perfectionist, and I don't think that's it either, because I have heard others talk about multi-placing and saying that they are a perfectionist, and the way that they practice makes perfect or whatever. They're comfortable with their placement at this point, and they feel like it's straight enough, and they're happy with it, and they declare themselves perfectionists. And I believe that that's true, and I think I must have something even more debilitating than perfectionism, because I can't get used to it. Anyway, okay, so I had mentioned in the roundup last Friday, and at this point I don't know when this video is going up, so that it may not be the most recent Friday that the roundup went up. It was my first roundup back in a while, and the outpouring of encouragement from you guys was just amazing. It was so nice. Everybody said nice things. I don't know if I've ever received so many comments on a video, and every single one of them was just an outpouring of kindness. And boy, is that exactly what I needed. when I've been feeling very out of touch with the diamond painting community. And then for all of you guys to come through and be like, no, we are a community. We're here and we are the nice ones. That is exactly what I wanted to hear, what I needed to hear. And so I very much appreciate everybody coming out and commenting and all of the nice things that you said. And I do want to get back to people on those comments, but if for some reason, I really don't like how my YouTube app is organizing my comments, and I'm afraid that I'm going to miss some because of the way that it's set up now. And so if I miss yours, then I'm sorry. I probably did read it and I just probably can't figure out how to get back to it. But I have very much appreciated everyone's kind words. And I guess I did find that not as many people as I thought had not been a part of, but they had not seen the video that I was referencing in that roundup when I was talking about being a little bit removed from the diamond painting community because of a video that I had watched. And I just kind of assumed that if you watch diamond painting content, that video was probably sent your way and you probably watched it. But I found that many of you said you didn't know about it. And so that makes me even more grateful that you listened to me ramble about something that you hadn't even been aware of, and that you tolerated me taking a month away from my channel over something that you didn't even know was going on. So yeah, I guess I just let that whole situation blow up in my head into a much bigger thing than it needed to be. And boy, that really does sound like me. That is definitely a me thing. I will let my mind blow things out of proportion. Just that's been a characteristic I've had since childhood. So it is very possible that if I sit here in this video and I talk about some of the things I said, that I might go more into detail in a WIP N Chat about the things that I was feeling. And so I know that there will be people here that are like, I don't know what video you're talking about. I've never seen that video. And I'm glad. And I don't think that I want to dive as much into my thoughts about that video as I had initially intended, because I don't think, not that the video is irrelevant, but I don't think that me addressing the video is very relevant. I think that we can all just move on and go forward. But there were some things that I did want to talk about that not necessarily were mentioned in that video, but kind of stemmed from that video. And I feel like even if you haven't watched the video, that it might be worth talking about. And I hope that I haven't already talked myself around in a circle. If you didn't watch my most recent roundup, and you also didn't watch that video about diamond painting influencers, exposing diamond painting influencers or whatever, I'm not sure exactly what it was called, but if you haven't watched that and you haven't watched my most recent roundup where I talked a little bit about it, I guess I'll just kind of summarize that this person made a video talking about her own opinions and experiences related to diamond painting influencers, which are people who basically do some type of marketing here on YouTube with their content, do some type of marketing for diamond painting companies. And while I've never really thought of myself as an influencer, like I guess that I am, because I work with Diamond Art Club. So I was interested in the video because I was like, oh, what is this? What have I done? And the creator made lots of great points, valid points, shared experiences that, like, obviously I have no conflict with. They're her experiences and her opinions, and like, who am I to say that they are not correct? So that's not at all what was bothersome about it for me. I think what I found most troubling about the video was the implication that you can't respond. And the creator never said that. Never said, like, oh, better not anybody disagree with me. That was not said at all. But there was an implication that if you were to disagree, or if you were to be vocal about your disagreement with the video, that you're probably part of the problem, that you probably did some of these things that she's talking about in the video. That was heavily implied, and that really was the part of the video that made me upset, because now all of these people that just got called out or whatever, not by name, of course, but now they can't even say anything back, because then people will be like, oh, yep, there you are, I see you responding. So you're the people she's talking about. You're doing all of these dishonest things. And that's not true. That's not true. And like, here I am saying stuff now, and I guess being a person who's saying something, that means that I am admitting fault in some way. And I just, if the fault is that I work with Diamond Art Club, then yes, I do that. But I'm just really not sure what else I can, like, what is wrong about doing that. I'm just really not sure. There were some things mentioned in the video that I thought were dishonest, that I've never encountered, that I've never seen, and that is kind of what I wanted to talk about here. It was kind of implied in the video that companies that reach out to work with a content creator will often say that you have to give them a positive review, that you either have to work on the kit or have to not work on the kit so that problems don't surface. And this creator had an experience where that had happened. But I think that through mentioning that it seemed like that is common and that is happening often. And I just wanted to put out there that has never happened to me. That Diamond Art Club is the only company that I work with publicly. Like, that's the only one that I have actually done content for on my channel. But I have been reached out to by other companies, and no one has ever said that I have to give a positive review, or that I should not be honest, or that I should not work with their product because they don't want people to know that it's poor quality. Like, I have never had an experience where that has happened. So I just wanted to put that out there, and I don't know how many other creators can say the same, that they also have never been told that they have to describe a product in a certain way in order to be affiliated with that brand. I'm sure that it happens. I'm absolutely sure it happens, but it's never happened to me. And I just wanted to kind of put that out there. I know that Diamond Art Club is probably not what people are thinking about. People know that Diamond Art Club products are good quality. I don't think that the the person in that video was trying to imply that Diamond Art Club is what they were talking about. But I just wanted to say that, and more than Diamond Art Club has reached out to me, and no one has ever tried to force an opinion in order to work with them. So I don't know what company it might have been and maybe she mentioned it in the video, what company it was that had asked her to say or do certain things. I can't remember, but it's just not been my experience. And then I guess that's all I wanted to get across about that. And then there was some talk about the memberships, Patreon memberships, making money on YouTube type stuff. And that was something that I kind of disagreed with a little bit. I kind of disagreed with the take. I do agree that if you have a Patreon or you have YouTube memberships or whatever you have that makes additional money other than the ad revenue from YouTube, like obviously that content should be valuable. Like people shouldn't be told that they're going to receive extra content and that they pay for it, and then they pay you for it and then they don't get it. Like obviously that should not be what's going on. And I think that that's kind of what that creator was getting at, is that they want value for their money. And I think that that is important, and I agree with that. But I don't agree with the implication, and possibly it was not even that creator, but maybe down in the comments, that people were implying that making money on YouTube is problematic, like that people shouldn't be trying to make money. And I think that that's silly. I think that's really silly. I think that if you work hard on your channel and you have built it from the ground up and you have a membership or a Patreon that adds value and that people are willing to pay for because they feel like the content is worth that money, then you shouldn't feel bad for making your money. I don't understand that. That is something that I've never heard in another community other than diamond painting. There are bookish creators who make their living with their channel and with their memberships, and there are gaming creators, there are just every type of creator. The crochet people, just everywhere. There are creators who do content creation full time because they are able to support themselves doing that. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. I don't know why that even came up as something that we should feel ashamed of, that no matter what content you put in your membership or Patreon, that it can't possibly be good enough because it's an unboxing or it's just a vlog that's not even got enough diamond painting in it or something. Like I don't know. I disagree. I think that it's okay to make the money that you've earned. That I don't know why that was even in question. But I know that YouTube, like I guess this is a little behind the scenes information, but YouTube does want you to do that. YouTube tries to get you to open up your memberships because you don't get all that money. They get some of it. They want people to join your memberships, and they will provide incentives. They will provide training. They will do different things because they want you to open up those memberships. So just know that, like, the people that do use that tool, like that's part of what you're supposed to grow towards as a creator these days. That's what YouTube growth is that's what they're trying to do. That's what YouTube wants to move into. They want a creator to grow to the point where you're monetized, and then they want that creator to start creating content. I did not finish this color. I don't know why I was about to put it up. But they want that creator to start making content for memberships. Open up your memberships and increase your potential on YouTube. So I guess that's just a little behind the scenes. Like, I don't have my memberships turned on, but I almost did a few months ago because YouTube was pressuring me so hard to do it. So that's, and you know what? Someday I might open up memberships, and I would want that content to, of course, have value. And I'm at a point in my schedule right now where I don't think that I have time to make content of value to put in addition to the content that I make for my regular channel, like the roundup and sneak peeks, unboxings, things like that. I don't think that I have time to make more content, and so I have not opened up memberships, but I have really considered it because of YouTube's pressure to do so. So, you know, it's just very interesting to me that came up as a topic, that we shouldn't make money. That's just, I don't know, baffling to me, because some people put enough time and effort into their channels that it's a job. Like, it's okay that YouTube gives you ad revenue. Like, I don't know. Anyway, okay, moving on from that topic. I know that's kind of I don't know how you guys would feel about that. I don't know how you feel about YouTubers making money. I don't know if that's shameful to even discuss it. So I'll move on. But I guess I have just pages and pages of information that I wanted to talk about that I haven't even looked at while I've been talking to you. And I had this all set out so I could talk about it so eloquently, and I have not looked at what I wrote down. I've not used it as a guideline. I'm kind of glancing at it now to see, so I don't forget anything. Oh, the drills on canvas thing. So in that video, the creator mentioned that, like, people never show finishes. We only unbox it and then we never show it done. And I find that funny. I find it funny that the implication is like, well, do they even diamond paint? And I feel like nobody meant to, like, target me with that statement, but I just feel like that's something, like, I do think about that sometimes with me, myself, not other people, but I'm like, do I even diamond paint? Because, like, this year I'm only gonna have a couple of big finishes and then several small things. I'm not gonna have enough to even do a video about my finishes for 2025. And do I even diamond paint? Drills on canvas. Yeah, I am the world's worst. I am the worst. I do not diamond paint every day. I could not possibly complete every sneak peek that has been sent to me within a time frame that people would even remember. I imagine that by the time I completed something I was sent, that product would be discontinued. It's just not doable for me. It's not doable for me. A lot of times a sneak peek will arrive the night before the video needs to go up. I am not going to kit that thing up. I'm not going to do that and put a couple of drills down just so I can be like, here's how the drills look on the canvas. I can't do that. I don't think other creators can do that. I think that's a big ask. Yeah, I just don't know how that would work. Not with the current format that we have. There's just no way that could work. But I think that it's funnier for me because I am probably the slowest diamond painter in that is a sneak peeker. So, like, I am the worst one. So I feel like I can address that because it's, yeah, I am doing way less diamond painting than pretty much everyone else. But do I even diamond paint? Yeah, I do. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. And Kenneth just called me, and I probably need to call him back. So hang on just a second and let me do that. Okay, I'm back. I called Kenneth, and he's working on my car today. And he was trying to tell me all about it, but I really just don't understand. He used words like viscosity, and he said something about a catalytic converter, and I don't really know what any of that is or what it means. So anyway, he was just giving me a report on that, and now I'm back, but clearly have forgotten what I was saying. I know I was talking about the putting drills on the canvas, and maybe I was done talking about it, but I find that very, very funny that people want to see post reviews when I don't even really do those anymore because they are so poorly viewed. Like, nobody really watches them, and so I was like, well, nobody cares about this. So I found it funny that everyone really apparently cares very deeply about that. I know that in the past I have seen other creators like work on a kit before the sneak peek goes live or before an unboxing goes live. Like, they'll start on it, and every time in the comments there's people like, well, I wish you would have worked on her face. I would like to have seen that done. Or I hate that you didn't work on the part where the ABs are. I would have loved to have seen that, or whatever. Like, it's not possible to please everyone. And so the astronomical amount of effort required to show drills on the canvas every time we unbox something is just, there's no way. There's no way to keep up with that, and there's no way to make everybody happy with it. So that's why we don't do it. That's why we don't do it. I guess is kind of what I'm trying to get across. I'm just trying to explain some things from the perspective of what people would call a diamond painting influencer. These are kind of my takes on those things. Is this thing still focusing on every single thing that I'm doing? Nugget, don't do that. All right, while I was waiting on Nugget to get done with his bark fest, I checked my notes, and there was one other thing. I'm sorry. I did not want to take up this whole video with responding to that other video. I just said I wanted to move past it and try to just talk about it shortly, not at length, and I've talked about it at length already. But one other thing that I wanted to talk about from the influencer point of view is unboxings are boring. That was something I saw come up a lot in the comments of that video, and I know, okay, we know that those videos feel very samey, that an unboxing and showing those same items feels, I'm not gonna say boring, but we know that it is the same format every time. But there is a reason why that is, and it's because any unboxing video that we do might be the first time that someone has watched our channel or their first introduction to a certain company. So if it's, in my case, if Diamond Art Club sends me a kit that they want me to show, I need to show it with a new customer in mind, like with somebody who doesn't know what diamond painting is, has never heard of it before, and they really, really liked this piece of art, and they came into my video to see what in the world this product is. And I need to talk to that person. Like, I need to make sure that my video is accessible to that person. Not just everyone who has seen the toolkit 1,000 times and doesn't want to know what the drill colors are and knows that AB stands for Aurora Borealis. Like, I do make the videos with that in mind, with you guys in mind, but I also have to include those other things just in case someone is there that doesn't know. I don't want to make them feel excluded. I don't want to discourage them from buying this product because I didn't give them enough information. And so, yeah, every time, yeah, I know that it feels tedious and boring to you guys, and we feel repetitive when we do it, but it's necessary to do it because these companies that are sending us these videos, like, it's not just my content anymore, it's their product, and I am in charge of presenting it well. And I am trying to present it to their potential market, which is both new and returning customers. So just a little aside there, I guess, for the unboxings are boring crowd, which I don't think there's many of you here because so many of you said, I love unboxings, and unboxings help me decide to buy or not buy. And me too. Like, I will go watch unboxings if I'm, well, one, I just like to see. Even if it's stuff that I am not interested in purchasing myself, it's still, sometimes I just like to watch and just see the pretty things. But also, I do watch them to decide on a purchase. Hang on, I'm switching colors and I'm looking at this upside down, so I'm trying to see if I'm getting the correct thing. Is that right? No, that's not it. I got, that would have been a problem. Okay. This is what I do. When I have my canvas turned a funny way, I get my container and I turn it and I'm like, is that, yep, that's the one. Please tell me somebody else does this, because that's just always how I've done it. I turn my container to the way my canvas is facing to make sure that I'm doing the right symbol, because I have several different like triangle shapes symbols in this kit, and I'm trying to be really cautious about picking the right one. Anyway, I have just beat a dead horse with all of this commentary. I feel like other people who were called out or whatever as diamond painting influencers, I feel like those people had no choice but to stay silent because their channels are large and they don't want to start any type of drama or be canceled or cause this other creator to have people flood their comments defending someone. Like, I understand why other diamond painting influencers, gosh, I'll be glad to stop saying that word. I understand why they didn't make a big response to this. And my channel is not large, and I feel like I can. Respond. And if my response makes me part of the problem, then so be it. But that is it's just another perspective on the same thing. That's what I'm providing, and that's what that other creator was providing. Just her opinions, her experience, and these are my opinions and my experience. And YouTube, if this isn't the place for that, where is the place? I mean, these are our own channels, and I wanted to just put it out there. I wanted to say it. I've been wanting to say all of this for a month now, and I just detached because I was like, no, I shouldn't say anything. I shouldn't stir trouble. That's not what my channel's about. And I just want to back away from negativity. And I want to reflect on the fact that so many people agreed in the comments, and so many people just threw all of these creators under the bus and all but made fun of them, just said awful things in the comments. And it's really been weighing on me, and I feel like I can't move forward until I just said it, until I just got it off my chest. That's those are the things that I took issue with. And not to say that anything in that video was incorrect, because that is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that this is another side to the things talked about in that video, and I know that there will be much fewer people here, and that you guys all have already expressed support, and y'all don't need me to explain myself. So but I had to say it anyway. I had to say it, and here I am. This is just a little chatty video, so you guys already knew that I was gonna ramble. And so now I've gotten it off my chest, and I really hope that the drama, I hope we can have some drama-free times. I don't want to stir anything up with saying this. I'm just getting it off my chest. And I hope that the original creator of that video continues making her content and continues doing well. And I have no ill feelings, none at all. Like, if she wants to collaborate with me, let's go. I'm fine with it. Like, it's not like that at all. I don't want to seem like I have anything against her or her content, because I do not. It was mainly the how extreme the comments got that is what really made me start having some upset feelings. So anyway, let's move past that. Let's move on to, oh gosh. I don't know if you can see how I just placed these drills, but oh no, we're gonna need some tweezers. We're gonna need some tweezers for this mess. Let's talk about some other things, not for too long, because I don't want you to have to sit here all day and listen to me. Okay, I think no, get back on there. All right. I think I have improved that situation. All right. So anyway, I'll just talk to you about what's been going on around here recently in the past little while. I know that I've mentioned in several videos that my oldest child is working now, which is, I can't. It's just absolute insanity to me that she's just a baby, you know? And she's working. And she's doing a great job. She's doing a great job, and she's saving money, and she wants to use her money to help. Like, she wants to buy us all Christmas presents, and she wants to buy herself things so that we don't have to, and she's being real good. She's being real good about it. But it is the way she doesn't have a vehicle at this point. She does have her driver's license, but she doesn't have a vehicle. What? Here I go again. Yep, that's the one. So I've been having to take her to and from work every time she has to go, and that is not super taxing because we live very near to her work, but I guess the timing of it always seems to interfere with something else that I'm trying to do, and that's not her fault at all. It's just, that's how the schedule is, and that's when she has to be at work, and that's when she gets off work. It just is what it is. So it's been a little bit harder for me to get videos out. Also with my son, he's homeschooled. Well, both my kids were homeschooled, but my son is homeschooling, and he actually goes, my mother does this year she's doing his schooling because she's actually a retired school teacher, and he likes it much better, and he will be very vocal about the fact that he likes doing school with Granny so much better than doing school with me. And what that says about my teaching ability, I don't know. I think it's just kind of one of those things where my mom is she's just a nicer person than me. She just is. And also she's his grandma, and that just makes you be even nicer. Grandmas just love their grandbabies, or most of the time that's the case, and that is the case with my mom. And I think she has a whole lot more patience, and because she is such an experienced teacher, she can get things across a lot faster than I can, and he's ready to get it done. Like that's his goal, is to be complete my schoolwork. That is the goal. And I'm always like, let's dive off in this rabbit hole and learn about this, and let's research this. And he's like, let's just finish, okay? And so their personalities just jive a lot better, I guess. So I have to get my daughter to work and then get my son to his granny's house so he can do his schoolwork. And you'd think, wow, now you have all this free time in the middle of the day to film and do things you want to do. And that is the dream, yes. It certainly is the dream. But there's still all that other stuff that you have to do during the day, like laundry and grocery shop and run errands and those types of things. And so I have not gathered as much time as I thought as my kids got older. But it's, I'm not complaining. They're great kids, and I am very blessed to be able to be at home and be available to take them to the places that they need to go, and to have family that is willing to be as supportive as mine is. And yeah, it's all good, but it has been harder to get content out than I expected, particularly on Fridays, which is the main day for content for me. So I'm trying to get it figured out, and I really don't think that my daughter watches my videos, but she's gonna have a car. She's gonna have a car at some point. So I'll say that just in case she decides to watch this one. I won't give any more information. But so me having to take her to and from work, well, that time will pass, of course. And what is something else? I had this stuff written down too. Some things that have happened recently that you might care to know. I could talk about my recent visit with my oncologist, but okay. I'll tell you about that real quick. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. It went well, of course. I am very glad about, but I hate that I have to do it. I hate that there's always another one. There's always another check, and there's always another worry in the future, even after you've made it to a checkup and you got the all clear. And then it's like, well, okay, I don't have the all clear forever. I just have the all clear for now. And that's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. But I have been having some pain in my remaining ovary. I have been having some pain in that general area for a couple of months. And so I was really scared about this visit because pain was my main symptom when I had the original tumor. And but my doctor did an exam and did not feel any tumor-like presence. So we're thinking it's probably scar tissue. And I also do have a fibroid that is benign, that is still in there, and it could be causing me some pain. That is the typical symptom of fibroids, is pain. And so it could be that, and it could just be like I have a lot of trouble with my hips and my lower back, and it could just be referred pain from that. And so after they did the exam and didn't feel anything, then I was given the all clear, and then in 3 months I have to go back to do an ultrasound and just monitor things. So I'm trying to breathe a sigh of relief because I've been really worried this time because of that pain. But apparently there's lots of things that that could be causing that pain that have nothing to do with cancer, and that is not that I'm like delighted to be in pain, but I'm delighted to be in pain that is not cancer. So yeah, that's it. My doctor's great. His nursing staff is great. The receptionists there are great. Like, just The only negative about the whole thing is that I have to be there at all. That's it. They're great people. But anyway, I won't go back until February unless I start experiencing some other problem. So I think there's a nugget here stuck to my canvas. Dang it. All right, tweezers again. Here come the tweezers. I do this several times throughout working on a canvas. I'll just go through and like pick out all of the hairs, and I know that I'm not making a dent. There's no way I'm making a dent in it because he just sheds so much. My goodness, pugs are very heavy shedders, which I knew going in, but you don't know until you experience it. I was like, oh, heavy shedding. Okay, well, I'll just vacuum more. I'll just have to brush him more often. No, you don't understand the amount of hair. There is so much hair. Oh my goodness, but he's worth it. Oh, he's worth every little pug fluff that is stuck in this canvas. He is worth it. And speaking of Nugget, he got sick about a month ago when the last roundup I did before this most recent one, like the last one I did before my break, I said that I was going out of town and there would not be a roundup the next week. And I did go out of town. Nugget had to stay at a boarding place. It's a lady that lives nearby, and she's set up to, she's converted her garage into like a boarding facility. And she has a nice backyard, and she keeps pretty much every dog in my town, in the general area around here. She keeps my mom's dog. She's very good, and her home is very well set up. So Nugget stayed there with her for 2 nights while I was gone. It was a car show. I know you're shocked to hear that I had to go to another car show with Kenneth, but it was fun. And then when we came back, Nugget was fine. And then a couple of nights after we got back, he started having just awful stomach trouble. Just awful. Like probably the worst that he's had since he was a little bitty puppy. And when he was a little puppy, we had to make a lot of vet visits and food adjustments to figure out what worked for him. And only after all of that were we able to get his tummy troubles under control. And he's had a few little hiccups since then, but nothing like this. It was a lot, but he seemed to feel fine. He seemed to feel great. His appetite was great. And so all we could think was that he must have caught a little bug at the boarding place, which she had not mentioned any of the other dogs being sick. But of course, like how, she's not out there examining poop or whatever. And the dog could have, whoever had the sickness could have been, asymptomatic by that time, but still be able to infect someone else. And so these are just the natural things that happen. This is just like sending your kid to school. They catch all these things. And I think that Nugget just caught a thing when he was at the boarding place. And so we switched his food to a bland diet. I was cooking for him, and which he loved. And that cleared up mostly in the next couple of days. And it did take a while before things resolved completely. And we've just, in the past week or so, been able to put him back on like a regular food. We've been having to like feed him what I'm cooking, but with little bits of dog food in there. But now he's finally back on the dog food, and his digestion is fine on the regular dog food. So I think we're done. I think we've gotten him better. But gosh, that was a nightmare for a while. I'm not gonna describe what was going on, but I think you probably get the picture. There were I would say 8 to 10 nighttime incidents, and that's, oh boy, it's either if you don't wake up to let him out, that's a lot to clean up. And if you do wake up to let him out, that's a lot of getting up in the night. So either way, it was pretty exhausting. And but he did not bat an eye. He was still his regular happy self. It was me who was the tired one. He was just doing his thing, just with frequent bathroom breaks. That's all. But anyway, he's good now. And what else can I tell you? Oh, I can tell you a terrible thing. Not super terrible, but something that has been pretty upsetting for the whole family is that we lost our health insurance. So, wow. That is not what needs to happen when you have a diagnosis like mine. But I currently do not have health insurance. And I don't even know how much how much detail I should say about it, but I still qualify for the same health insurance that I had, but I can't get it because of paperwork logistics. That's the only reason. And my kids don't have it anymore. Kenneth never had insurance. He just thinks that he's invincible or whatever, but so that's no different for him. But myself and the kids, we are no longer insured. And it's scary. It is very scary. Oh, my battery died. My battery died, and I don't know if the camera looks exactly the same as it did. But we got a new battery. Nugget is pacing the floor. Why are you doing that? Why don't you go lay down? Maybe he will. Maybe he'll go lay down in a minute. When I got up to change the battery, he thought we were gonna go do something fun, I guess. But anyway, yeah, the health insurance thing is scary because what if I have to have another surgery? Oh my gosh, it would require like several different specialists to be involved. And oh, wow, I don't want to think about it, but that is the world we live in. That's America for you. That's, I'm not trying to make any like political statements with that. I'm just saying that our healthcare system is such that it's something that most of us have to worry about at one point or another. And this is the point at which I am worrying about it. Nugget. I don't know if you just heard that long grunt he let out, but he had to sit back down. We didn't do anything fun, so he's disappointed. I'm sorry. It's almost time for his dinner. Yeah, he's pretty ready to eat, I imagine. And I also have bread rising on the counter that I probably need to go and shape into rolls because I'm making some dinner rolls to have for dinner, obviously. And I'm gonna make some potato soup, or I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's really not cold enough to have soup. I've just been, it got really cold, like down below freezing at the beginning of last week, and I have just been making soup every single night, nonstop. Everybody's eating soup, and my family is tired of it, and it long since became warm again. It's not freezing. The heater is not on. We are running the air conditioner, and I'm still making everybody eat soup. But I wanted potato soup for tonight, and I think I'm gonna make them eat potato soup. Bless their hearts. But I think, is that everything that I wanted to say to you guys? Now that my camera, since I had to take that phone call and my battery died, I don't know how long I've been talking, but it's probably been more than an hour. But let's see if I wrote anything else down that might be fun to talk about. There's something I did want to talk about that I didn't write down, but I don't have very much to say. But I'm really excited about Black Friday. I'm really excited about the content that surrounds Black Friday, the content I get to make and the content I get to watch others put out. And I just basically the Diamond Art Club excitement. They're just so good with that. They're so good at creating the excitement and the anticipation of an event, and the payoff is there. It's always good. Whatever they do, it's always good. And no, I don't know what they're doing. I did really enjoy last year. I made a video with my Black Friday predictions, and that was probably the most fun I have had making a video ever, I think. And I want to try to do that again this year. I can't wait to see what others come up with to do for Black Friday. I can't wait to see if Katie and Lindsay do their countdown stream for the event. I guess that what we really need to know before they can plan to do it or not is we need to know when the release is gonna be. Because, I mean, it'll be Black Friday, but there have been times that it has been at like midnight Eastern time. There have been times where it's been midnight Pacific time, which is much later at night for the Eastern time folks. And so they're gonna have to know when when it'll be before they can say if they're gonna do that or not. But I hope that they're able to, and that's always something that I look forward to. And of course, any announcements from other companies and what they're gonna do. And I don't have like a ton of money to devote to shopping Black Friday this year. Not that I've ever had like a ton of money to devote to shopping, but I just find just experiencing it with everybody is so much fun, and I am looking forward to that. I hope that that you guys are also looking forward to it. I know that for some people it's more stressful because you're scared that you're not going to be able to get the things that you're after because everybody's shopping at the same time, and I know that can cause some panic. But I find the whole thing. I find it fun. I don't really. For me, it's not the end of the world if I miss out on a kit that I was trying to get. If it sells out too fast, it doesn't hurt me like that, I guess. And that is coming from a place of privilege. Obviously, I have plenty of kits to work on. I have so much like time to devote to each diamond painting. Like I don't finish them quickly, and so I know that I have plenty to do. If I miss out, I can wait for a restock. I could always go onto a D-stash group and maybe pay an exorbitant amount if I had to. Like I know that it's a luxury to not panic about one that you're trying to get. So I don't try to say that lightly. I know that for other people it might be a more stressful situation, but I am looking forward to the event itself and seeing. I mean, obviously they haven't even announced that they're doing anything yet, so I'm hoping to hear that they're doing something, and I am excited to see what it is. Will it be 100 kits as it has been for the past few years? I do not know, and I'm excited to find out. Thanksgiving week is going to be quite exciting because I still have to figure out what I'm going to cook for my household, and I have not given that not one single second of thought. Not one single second. So if you guys have any fail-proof recipes that might be good for Thanksgiving, then let me know in the comments. Something that I just cannot mess up. I'll have to do deviled eggs because my family eats like they've never been fed. They're starving, and when I make deviled eggs, they can go through like over a dozen eggs and not like over a dozen deviled eggs, because that would be in a half. I mean, I will cook a dozen eggs and I will make 24 deviled eggs and they will still be gone within 24 hours. I don't know what, and I don't think that mine are like particularly amazing. I think my family is they just love them. They just love deviled eggs. I'll probably have to make potato salad because that's some woman in our family who has to make potato salad at every single gathering. And it'll probably be something that I have to do. But otherwise, I don't know. Every year I try to convince my family to let me make a pie because I feel like you're supposed to have pie for Thanksgiving. They do not feel that way. They feel like a pie is a waste of my time and I should make cookies or cupcakes. But I just feel like it's Thanksgiving and we should eat pie. I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned that way, but I want to make a pie, but I got to think of a pie they'll eat, because they're not going to eat a pumpkin pie. Kenneth will not eat anything that has pumpkin in it. And my son will not eat anything that has nuts in it. So I can't make a pecan pie. So I don't know. I mean, I know there are plenty more pies. Nobody in my family will eat an apple pie except me. Oh my goodness, I love them. So I'll have to come up with something. It would probably have to be one of those like a cold pie, like a icebox pie of some kind, because they would take to that a lot better, I feel like. Okay. I never did get to that big section in the middle here where I just dumped drills on there. Okay, good for me. I did not get to checkerboard this big blocking section in the middle because I was talking too much. But honestly, I feel like this was a pretty good example of my speed when I'm diamond painting. I don't feel like I went slow. I feel like it takes me this long. That's why I don't finish things very quickly, is because I can't do really. It's been a really good day. Like if I got this and this section both done in a day, that's a really good day. And I'm probably going to be sore. My shoulder and my neck will be sore the next day if I diamond painted this whole area. So most days I'm doing like this or less, not even a whole section. So that's why it takes me so long. I am so slow. I am the snail of the diamond painting community. And I just don't find that upsetting. I enjoy the pace that I go. I enjoy single placing and I enjoy spending this much time with my kits. And what I don't enjoy is trying to make content around diamond painting when I am working on the same kit for a really long time. Do I want to make 12 WIP N Chats with you watching me do this kit? Because that's probably how many weeks no. Yeah, it might end up being that many weeks that I work on this kit. But, it's one of those things that I feel a little self-conscious about content-wise. But as far as my own enjoyment, I really like it. I have considered doing some type of series, like a single placing diaries or something, where it's just me talking about single placing and taking my time and really enjoying the kit that I'm working on. And I'm not going to go into all of it because then I wouldn't have anything to talk about in those videos if I ever made them. But anyway, that's just something that I've been toying with. Okay, I will actually let you guys go. If this video has been excessively long, I'm so sorry. I definitely have to go check my bread. Oh my gosh, I said that 15 minutes ago. Okay, I'm going to check my bread. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry I filled this video with complainy talk, negative talk. I don't know. I don't even know what that was. It was me venting to people who understand what I'm talking about. There are plenty of people in my life that I can talk to about things that are on my mind, but when it's diamond painting related stuff on my mind, nobody gets it like you guys get it, and I just wanted to chat through it a little bit. So thank you guys for listening. Hopefully I'll never bring up any more drama ever again. That seems unlikely. Oh gosh, that seems unlikely. Anyway, maybe we can put this behind us and I can just get back to making what I want to make and being here when I can, and just having the greatest community in the world, because that's what you guys are. But anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!